Hi there crafters, welcome along to my channel today. It is Louise here with you and I'm sharing another scrapbook layout in my 3 old, 3 new stash busting series. Today's a 9x12 layout and I found lately I've been working from sketches and I'm finding that this is really helping my creativity. So if I'm just sitting in front of the TV or I'm waiting for kids somewhere, I've got this little notebook and I might just sit down and draw a little sketch of a layout that I might like to complete. So for my 3 new products, we've got this paper collection. So it's a simple stories paper. We have got, I actually can't remember and I can't see at the moment on the video what my new items are. So I'm going to have to wait just a minute as I cut out these papers. So I knew from the sketch that I wanted to make sort of 4 areas of interest, and I'm not a huge fan of measuring. So as you can see, I've kind of worked out loosely how big these squares, or in this case rectangles, need to be, and I'm going to just simply cut them exactly the same. I'm going to go ahead and stick those on my background. I do apologize as some of my video did cut out, but you can see that the sticker book is also one of the new items that I'm using, and then we've got a Charms Creations heart there as well. So from my stash items, I've got the little packet of floral sequins almost. They're that same kind of material as sequins, but they're shaped like flowers. We've got the 49er Market rub-ons, and we have got the packet of Cocoa Vanilla Studio title sheet. So the little grateful heart that you can see I've cut out there. So apologies again for the video cutting out. My phone is a bit low on memory and I need to clear some space in order to keep recording these videos. Okay, so I've had a little bit of a play as per the sketch that I sort of just had a bit of fun drawing up, and I've made this little cluster down the bottom. One of the things that I absolutely adore about this sticker sheet from, sticker book from Simple Stories is the florals. I think that florals make great embellishments and they're super easy to use. And this coming from me is quite a big thing because as a boy scrapper, I'm not a huge florally person. I don't tend to put a lot of florals on a page or even use florally kind of pattern papers or anything like that. So this is definitely something that I thoroughly enjoyed. I am trying to get out of my comfort zone a little bit more. As you can see, I have scrapped a photo of a couple of my boys, the grown-up one and the little one. And that gives me a chance to sort of, get a few little pretty elements onto a page. So really loving this collection and that florally cluster. I was a little bit overwhelmed by the background papers. They were quite busy, and because I wanted to put the rub-ons behind my clusters in terms of my photo area and that floral cluster at the bottom, I had to help those rub-ons to stand out a little bit more. So I'm just going to take some white gesso and my spatula and I'm going to loosely just spread that around on that background. You still get the effect of the papers underneath and to the sides, but using that gesso just dampens that down a little bit so that it's easier to create and let your elements shine. All right, now you can dry that with a heat gun. I find because I haven't used significantly thick background paper, it would probably warp. So I actually let mine dry naturally, just via air. It doesn't take very long at all. I go and work on a different project while I wait for it to dry, and then I come back to it when it's dry. If you choose to use a heat gun, that's completely up to you. It will work, but I find that if I haven't used a high quality paper, it will warp that paper and sort of mess everything up. But in this case, I just like to air dry items. Now you can see that there are little pops of these colours in the collection. So I go with the orange background because it really gives great contrast. between the white gesso, between the black pattern paper that I've got there, and that florally cluster, which is filled with lots of greens and yellows as well. So lots of fun using up some stash items. I'm a bit of a collector of the 49er Market rub-ons, some of my favourite products, so I definitely have a few of them in my stash. So yeah, I really am enjoying this series in terms of busting stash, and I hope that you're getting something out of it as well. I hope that you're enjoying a little bit more frequent posting on my behalf onto YouTube. I'm getting some good mojo at the moment. I'm not sure I can consistently continue this forever, but at the moment, getting some creativity happening. Now, I wanted to bring some black around my photo to actually help it to stand out a little bit more. Again, busy background going on. I thought about mounting it on black cardstock, but it was probably going to make it a little bit too wide for the rub-ons that I had in the background. So I ended up going with just a messy, sort of grungy layer of black gesso just smudged all around the photo. And I love this because it kind of looks like an old Polaroid picture, like where you get that sort of development going on. I end up leaving the grateful word out and just call it heart, and tucking a couple of those little extras onto that cluster. The final stages for this particular page is adding those little, I'm going to call them sequin florals. I don't know what you really call them, but that's what I'm going to call them. Just to, again, add a little bit of floral interest. I realise that I haven't stuck this photo down. It's still slightly wet with the black around the outside. Again, I don't want to use my heat gun, but I'm just going to stick it down and press it into place. I use tacky glue with my little sequins and some of my embellishments, depending on what I'm sticking them on. So in this case, because it's going on gesso and layers there as well, I give it a little bit of a hit with the tacky glue just to keep it in place longer term. All right, so that's the next video in the 3 Old 3 New series. I hope that you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button.